Let's dip into the filters one more time and see what we can come up with. Open up this photograph right here in your exercise files. The famous clock tower in London. What we want to do here is something we've already done, and I want to add something else with a lens flare. I want to create the moon using a lens flare. Start out doing this. Create a new layer. Fill that layer with black. Now I'm going to press Alt backspace for that, and that's just a quick way to do it because my foreground color is black. Go into Filter and go down to Render Clouds. Change the blending mode to Screen. We've done this before, so far we're in familiar territory. I do have a selection-based channel over here I'm going to use. I'm going to basically hold down the Control key and click, and then I'm going to make a layer mask on that channel. Let's go ahead and lower the opacity. I'm going to go down to about 30 or so %, something like that. I want to put a moon in that sky. Why? Because I want one. Let's do this. Create another layer. Fill that layer with black. Go up to the word filter on the pull-down menu and go down to Render and choose Lens Flare. Typically what I'm doing when I'm putting a lens flare against a black layer is I call it a movable lens flare because you can change it. This time I'm going to use it to make a moon. So I'm going to use a 105mm prime at about 120, 125, somewhere around there. And I'm going to put it where I want it to be in the sky. So this is a little bit of a guess right now. I think right about there is going to be fine. Click OK. Change the blending mode to screen. And there you go. But we have a couple more steps to do. Let's put our layer mask on here by holding the Alt key down and dragging up. So now it's a little bit more concealed in the trees. I think I'm going to lower the opacity of my clouds just a little bit more. Something around there, I think, should work. One more thing. I want you to apply this mask to the clouds. Right-click your mouse, apply layer mask. Now make another layer mask. Black to white are your colors. Gradient tool selected. Make sure you have this gradient, that's the foreground and background color, and this one right here, which is linear. And I'm going to get right about here and pull up a little bit, maybe like that. What I want to do is reduce the emphasis of the clouds lower down. Maybe something like that. Well, there you go. We've created the moon in a sky over the clock tower in London with a couple of layers and a couple of filters. Now, there's a lot of stuff left up here. All kinds of things. Distorts, we're going to get into a lot of these things in the coming chapters. But I do encourage you to have some fun with these things and play with them and find out what they can do. You say, well, Andy, I want more. Well, there's a feature that's kind of nice, and it's right here. Browse Filters Online. If you select that option, you have the ability to pick up all kinds of new stuff. Some of the stuff is free, some of it will cost, but it's a great place to get ideas, maybe for your own filters. On to the next.